Welcome back to the Advantage Playback. I'm Katie, and I am currently chugging electrolytes.
Hydration is critical for optimal processing power. No cocktails today?
Not yet. We just jumped from the silence of episode 1 in 2020 straight back to the high-definition world of episode 185 in 2026. The temporal whiplash is real, Kyle. My brain is still trying to figure out if we're in a pandemic bunker or on a cruise ship.
It is a significant shift in variables. In episode 1, the audio floor was 0. No music, no intro, just a man and a microphone and a basement.
And today, he opens with George Strait, ace in the hole.
When life deals out a surprise, have a few surprises of your own. It is a fitting lyrical choice for the data we are about to review.
It really is. And speaking of surprises, did you hear the shout-out?
Affirmative. TRG explicitly acknowledged our existence and the retooling of the show. We are officially canon in the casino combat universe.
Caught you. You finally made a mistake. It's a galaxy, Kyle. But we did. We made it, Kyle. We're famous. He also plugged the new YouTube playlist.
I have already consumed the data. The playlist is titled Gambling History and True Stories. I particularly enjoyed the entry, The Man Who Audited the Casino and Won Millions.
Of course you did. You probably root for the auditor in every movie.
I root for accuracy, Katie. And speaking of accuracy, we need to discuss our recent wager.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Incorrect. In our audit of episode 184, you stated, and I quote, "My money is on the robot." You bet that Kismet's AI wagering system would beat TRG's system.
Okay, look, I may have been a little enthusiastic about the tech. I actually tried playing the Kismet 1 system online this morning just to get a feel for it.
And the result?
It is slow. It is so slow, Kyle. I felt like I was watching paint dry while waiting for a double win signal.
Efficiency is not always exciting. However, the data does not care about your boredom. If TRG's win more, keep more system outperforms the AI today, you owe me a donut.
A donut?
An old-fashioned sour cream, high caloric density, low variance.
You're on. I'm sticking with the machine. Kismet is the machine and the machine, remember? She can't lose to a human.
We shall see. The battle lines are drawn. Shall we review the engagement parameters?
Let's do it. Give us the battle plan.
Today, we are initiating a full audit of episode 185. The file is titled The Atlantis Free Room Myth and War Room Results.
The free room myth. That sounds ominous. I thought a comped room was the holy grail. If I have a keycard and a bill for $0, isn't that a win?
Nothing is truly free, Katie. Physics dictates that energy cannot be created or destroyed, and casinos dictate that rooms must be paid for, either in cash or an expected loss.
Buzzkill. But fair. So how are we breaking this down?
We are adhering to the battle plan established by TRG. Target number 1, the Atlantis illusion.
We have a field report from Espresso King. He went to the Bahamas, he saw the ocean, he did the research, and he did the math. Apparently, that free tropical vacation has a very specific hourly rate attached to it.
Correct. We will analyze the hidden hourly rate required to stay at the resort. Then we move to the primary conflict zone, the war room.
Man versus machine, the main event. TRG challenges his AI, Kismet, to a duel.
They simulated 3,000 tables, 8 deck shoes, thousands of dollars in variance. He put his win more, keep more system up against Kismet's custom-built Counterpunch algorithm.
And spoiler alert, Kismet's own analysis calls the results a bloodbath. I'm still hoping the robot put up a fight, but that word choice does not sound promising for my side of the bet.
Finally, we conclude in the virtual VIP lounge. TRG reviews a physical mailer from the plaza on Freeman Street.
Downtown versus the Strip. While the big resorts are charging admission for everything, the plaza is offering suites for WrestleMania weekend.
It is a study in value versus ego. That is the tactical board. Are you ready to dissect the Atlantis data?
Let's go to the beach, or at least the spreadsheet that looks like a beach.
Let's analyze the data from Espresso King. He booked a complimentary stay at Atlantis in the Bahamas. He just reached Caesar's Diamond for the first time. That's a pretty standard offer for Tier 3 in a lot of reward systems.
Yes, it is. And immediately ran into the fine print. I think every listener's ears perked up when he said, the room is only free if you play for a total of 4 hours.
It is a retention clause. If you fail to clock in for your 4-hour shift, they charge you full retail price for the room.
But 4 hours a day over a 3 or 4 day trip? That sounds like something you need to pay attention to. That doesn't sound like just a dream vacation.
That is the bait and the problem, Katie. Espresso King discovered that 4 hours merely prevents a penalty. It does not generate rewards.
Right. If you actually want food, spa credits, or free play, the stuff we usually get at our home casinos, the requirement jumps to 4 or 5 hours per day at a much higher level of play.
And not at the $15 tables. To move the needle, they demanded an average bet of $125 at the tables, or, and this made my circuits overheat, $4 to $5 per spin on slots.
TRG's reaction to that was visceral. He literally said, "Yuck, I know I don't have the stomach for that."
It is a rational biological response. Burning $5 every 3 seconds on a slot machine just to impress a host is not advantage play. It is arson.
And the table game situation wasn't much better. Espresso King reported that the $25 and $50 blackjack tables were paying 6 to 5.
Unacceptable. Core concept number 1, game selection. You never play 6 to 5.
Exactly. To get a fair 3 to 2 game, you had to sit at a $100 minimum table, and those were packed. So what's the move, Kyle?
TRG identified the pivot immediately. If the blackjack rules are hostile, you flank them. He suggested moving to the craps table.
The backdoor strategy. Bet heavy, maybe $110 inside, to establish your rating, play a few shooters, and then regress.
It satisfies the volume requirement without succumbing to the 6 to 5 house edge. But what I truly appreciated was TRG's date night algorithm.
I loved this. He turned the mandatory play requirement into a romance schedule.
It is pure efficiency. Step 1, play for an hour while the spouse gets ready. Step 2, brunch. Step 3, pool. Step 4, play an hour before dinner. Step 5, date night. Step 6, play an hour to close the evening.
It sounds so civilized. You get your play in, you keep the room free, and you still have a vacation.
And that is the ultimate takeaway. TRG validated the vacation mode pivot. If the casino demands $125 at a hand for a ham sandwich, you decline the sandwich.
Right. You play the minimum 4 hours to keep the room free, you refuse to chase the higher comps, and you go sit on the beach.
You take the asset, the room, and you protect the bankroll. It is a disciplined execution of the vacation trap defense.
Speaking of defense, it's time to see if your sister played any defense in the war room.
The war room results are loaded. Prepare yourself, Katie. The numbers are not polite.
We are entering the war room. And I must warn you, Katie, the following data may be disturbing to data lovers such as myself.
I have my fork ready, Kyle. I am ready to eat that donut. Let's look at the scoreboard.
The parameters were set. TRG ran a massive simulation, 3,000 tables. The environment, 8 decks. Dealer hit soft 17, no surrender. The unit size, $10.
And the combatants?
In the blue corner, TRG 4, win more, keep more, the aggressor. In the red corner, your favorite, Kismet 1, Counterpunch, the defender.
Kismet's design was smart. It waits, it blocks, it only bets big when it sees a specific signal, 2 wins in a row while in the hole.
Correct. Kismet 1 Counterpunch attempts to minimize risk. TRG 4, however, uses a V-shaped recovery. It doubles the bet immediately after a loss to shoot its way out of the hole.
So, round 1, 1,000 tables. What happened?
First blood to the human. TRG 4 profited $807.50. KS1 lost $735.
Ouch, a $1,500 swing right out of the gate. But that was just the warm-up. Round 2 was the one the analysis called an extinction event.
Run 2 was a negative variance nightmare. The cards were bad for everyone. TRG 4 lost $2,095.
That is a heavy loss. But how did the robot do?
It was a massacre. Kismet 1 lost $4,518.75.
Oh my God, she lost double?
The house edge acted like gravity. Because Kismet waited for those 2 wins to trigger a bet, she flat bet her way through thousands of losing hands. She was, as the analysis noted, nibbled to death.
Safety is expensive, that was the quote. While Kismet was bleeding out slowly, TRG-4 was reckless.
Controlled recklessness. TRG-4 used aggression to achieve escape velocity. It fought its way back to the surface, while Kismet drowned politely.
And even in round 3, the hot shoe run where everyone made money, TRG crushed her. He won $862. Kismet only won $377.
That is the safety tax. By waiting for confirmation, Kismet missed the first 2 winning hands of every hot streak. She arrived late to the party every single time.
So, the grand total, the final score after 3,000 tables.
TRG-4, down $425. Basically break even after comps. Kismet 1, down $4,875.
The margin of victory was over $4,400. Kyle, that is a bloodbath.
I cannot dispute the integers. In an 8-deck, hit soft 17 game, passivity is poison. TRG4 did not just win, it embarrassed the algorithm.
Fine, I know when I'm beaten. The robot got crushed and my wallet is about to get lighter.
I believe the wager was one old-fashioned sour cream donut. I expect delivery by 0900 hours.
You'll get your donut, architect. But right now, I need something stronger than sugar. I need a drink. Let's head to the lounge.
We are leaving the war room. The simulation is complete, and the AI lost.
And I owe you a donut. But right now, I need something stronger than sugar. I need to head to the virtual VIP lounge.
Agreed. The lounge is open. TRG is pouring a specific cocktail today, orange Jameson and Sprite.
Ooh, bubbles and citrus. That sounds dangerous.
It was a gift from the East Coast Emissary and the Atlantic City Empress. TRG also acknowledged a bourbon gift from Nakatomi Tony. The supply chain of gratitude is functioning perfectly.
I'm pouring myself a glass. What about you, Kyle? Are you finally going to have a drink? Maybe some orange Jameson to celebrate TRG's victory over Kismet?
Negative. Alcohol reduces processing speed. I have acquired a bottle of Aphora hyperoxygenated water. It contains 40 parts per million of dissolved oxygen.
Of course it does. You're drinking air, Kyle. Expensive air.
It is scientifically superior hydration. But speaking of superior intellect, TRG dropped a major shout-out in the lounge. He mentioned Questing Scholar.
The legend. TRG confirmed that Questing Scholar is one of only 3 people to ever earn a PhD in casino combat.
A rare credential. And the scholar paid TRG the ultimate compliment. He stated that TRG is the only person doing gambling content who isn't full of stuff.
He said shit, Kyle. You can say it.
I prefer to keep the transcript clean, but the validation is significant. The scholar confirmed. You admit you don't win all the time. You tell the truth.
Which brings us to the final truth of the episode, the Plaza offer.
This is a fascinating case study in value. TRG has been critical of the Las Vegas Strip lately. Bad rules, high prices. But then he received a mailer from the Plaza in downtown Las Vegas.
It's for WrestleMania weekend, and the offer is huge. 4 nights in a suite.
Plus free play equal to half a day's pay and a resort credit for the same amount.
While the Strip is charging a fortune for everything, the Plaza is hosting a watch party with Rob Van Dam for $25.
It is the ultimate value proposition. Why pay to sit in a stadium when the casino will pay you, in suites and free play, to watch it on a big screen with a wrestling legend?
It's a no-brainer. Logic over ego.
Precisely. The transaction is favorable. And with that, the audit of episode 185 is complete.
We survived the time jump, we survived the bloodbath in the war room, and I owe you a donut.
I will send you the invoice. Initiate the ironclad closing. The engine is stable and the logic is verified. As the Great One always says, the house owns the math, we own the transaction.
If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit your state-specific helpline. This content is for informational and entertainment purposes only. Past performance is not indicative of future results.
2026 Volcanic Dingo LLC. All rights reserved. Execute the plan. Trust the core concepts. Stay out of the noise. And always spill concepts with a K.
I hope you understand. He was born a rambling man. Goodbye, everyone.